Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Audit Podcast. Mary Charles, I think you can just leave whatever comes out in this one in here. I don't even know if you need to do any editing. I will leave it to you. I think we've talked about Mary Charles once or twice where we actually let it happen in the show, but not very often. So for those that don't know, if you're wondering, hey, the show's not terrible. Why is that? It has nothing to do with me and everything to do with our fantastic editor, Mary Charles. She does the audio. She does all the video stuff. She does all the clips, the infographics, all that kind of good stuff. And so I realized pretty early on, like a few episodes in, that we're going to do some level of editing. And so I found Mary Charles and I said, hey, can you just teach me like these 2-3 things, how to cut something, how to fade something, whatever it was. And then I can do all the editing. And that lasted about 2 episodes. It took me 4 hours to edit 45 minutes of audio. This is before we even did video. And so then I went back to Mary Charles and said, hey, can you just do this for us full time? Or at least do all the episodes for us. Become very reliant, I have, and the guests, on Mary Charles's editing skills, to the point where I tell most guests, like, hey, I talk to the editor multiple times during the episodes, or I'll say like, hey, Mary Charles, can you cut that? Or hey, Mary Charles, let's talk about this thing later, or whatever the case is. And it's largely so that the guests know that they can say and do whatever they want, and ultimately we can edit anything out for them. So it's largely so we can keep the conversation very conversational. Nobody sees like the blinking red dot that says record and then they get a little tight. That's why I'm able to do these intro takes for like 8 minutes, and we cut them down to like 2 because I'm not super prepared for them, and I just keep rambling on, similar to what you're experiencing right now. So anyway, with all that said, like I said multiple times, it's me going, hey, Mary Charles, hey, Mary Charles, hey, Mary Charles. So we thought for this kind of end of year blooper-ish episode would just be a bunch of me talking to Mary Charles. I feel like I've said Mary Charles about 20 times already. I have not heard this. I have no idea what's about to happen. So you might hear it 20 more or 100 more times. I don't know. But with all that said, Mary Charles has been with us we're going on 6 years now. Absolutely could not do the show without her. So thank you again so much for everything that you do. And here we go. So maybe this is just going to be the blooper reel. Like, it's just going to be your episode.
I love it.
Mary Charles, we're definitely going to cut out this preamble here. He asked this one question to everybody, and it was always, what's your favorite curse word? I talked to Mary Charles. We can say hi to Mary Charles. She's the editor that makes all this actually work.
Hello.
I talked to her about this once, and I was like, what if we like hit the record button, and then the very first question, they have no idea it's coming, and we go, what's your favorite?
Just for fun.
1 second. Mary Charles, cut all that stuff out.
We could do the Susu Studio.
I'm not sure what that is. What is that?
It's Phil Collins. And he used to do the Susu Studio, get his voice warmed up before he sang and everything like that. And then they made a song, Susu Studio. So,
oh, okay. I do Ow Wow Brown Cow from Anchorman.
Ow Wow Brown Cow. There we go.
That's what he does. Ow Wow Brown Cow. There's a clap for Mary Charles. This might be kind of outside the scope of what we're talking about. And this is one where, hey, Mary Charles. And so, Rob, you can wave to Mary Charles. She's the editor.
Hey, Mary Charles, thanks for all your work.
But she'll see it. Mary Charles, I think you know to cut all this out that we've been talking about. First one, make sure, can you pronounce your last name? So I'll make sure to get that right on the intro.
Mizir.
Okay.
Because a lot of people do not pronounce it well. I've heard all kinds of things, but Mizir.
I would have gone Mezier, so way off.
Yeah, some people have said misery, and I'm like, oh gosh, I hope not.
Speaking of Halloween season, our editor is also a huge film person. She's actually at NYU Film School right now. Have you seen that movie, Misery? All right, so Mary Charles, we can start right about now. Hey everyone, thank you very much for listening to this episode of the Audit Podcast. Whatever platform you're listening on right now, I'm sure there's a subscribe button somewhere, so please hit the subscribe button there. If you're listening through iTunes or Spotify, feel free to go give us that 5-star rating. It only took me about 16 seconds to give myself a 5-star review, and it really helps to get future guests to come on the show, so we'd really appreciate that. Lastly, be sure to check out the show notes and follow us on all our social media channels on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and on TikTok. Also, if interested, please sign up for our weekly newsletter from the Audit Podcast. Thank you all. Have a great one.